Are you making God happy? Recently, I was sent a very sincere message from a young woman who has come so far in her walk with Jesus. And she said, "Pastor, I can't seem to shake my fear of disappointing the Lord. I've completely stopped drinking alcohol. I don't run around partying. Haven't been doing anything at all. I've been reading my Bible, praying and worshiping, and all I do is take care of my kids. I try to remind myself how much I've grown spiritually and that no man's going to be perfect. But I still have this crippling fear that I'm not doing enough or I'm not changing enough." She said, "I just read Luke chapter 12 last night and it just hit me as so black and white that I keep feeling like I'm not going to make it into heaven. I don't know what else I can do to change or do differently. I guess I just keep thinking that there are just too many ways to fall and I can't shake the fear of not being enough." How many of you have felt that way before? We can grow beyond that crippling fear that really is an attack of the enemy. Remember that God knows you and that perfect love casts out fear according to Scripture. The Bible also says that without faith it's impossible to please God. I'm going to go out on a limb and make an assumption that as a Christian, if you're watching this today, you hope to be pleasing to God. But hope is not a strategy. In our faith, we must be strategic, intentional, and purposed. Faith that fails is no faith at all. And if we want to know if we're living a life that is pleasing to God or making Dad, Abba, Father proud, then all we have to do is see if our living matches up with what He has said. In fact, just like our earthly fathers, God doesn't want much more than to know that we're in obedience to His word, honorable in our character and conduct. I have 4 sons. It's not my son's success that makes me proud of them, it's their character. Not if they become a doctor, but if they're willing to fulfill the purpose for their life. Not if they're going to be rich, but do they have a good work ethic? Not if they've never fallen, but how do they get back up? What is pleasing to God? To know that your heart is right before Him in your desire and effort to live in a way that brings Him glory and not shame, praise and not ridicule, as made evidenced by the fruit of your life. We should live holy and set apart lives, but all the while there must be an understanding that we require grace because the best of us come up far short of the glory of God. We hide behind Jesus, and Jesus is our righteousness. If you get this in your life, you'll live free from the oppression of the accusations of the enemy that you're never good enough. We will in fact never be good enough, but Jesus is, and we are hidden in Him. This will give you something to grow on.